I'm making this video in place of a hype stream because we're going to be streaming Montreal Edmonton today at about 3:30 p.m. PST, and I still wanted to get some thoughts out there for the Vancouver Canucks game, which is going to be taking place at 7, so by the time the Canadiens-Oilers game ends, assuming it doesn't go to overtime, yeah, we'll have the Canucks game going up and ready, and I'm not going to be streaming for that one. I'm going to be watching it with my family. As always, that's the pattern with these kinds of things. But I still wanted to get some thoughts out there heading into tonight's game. And I will say, this is not something we do usually. We don't usually make pre-game videos because my philosophy is the lifespan of a pre-game video is literally just a few hours long. Because people will watch this video with the intention of hearing my thoughts before a game which is going to happen in about 6 hours after this video is published. Therefore, after the game happens, there's no reason for people to watch this video, right? It's different when it's after the game because people are always tuning in, seeing what's going on, and wanting to catch up with the actual team. There's a little bit of a longer lifespan for a post-game video than there is with a pre-game video uploaded the day of the game. But screw it! I'm saying screw it. I just want to talk about the Canucks anyway, because the Vancouver Canucks are playing the Calgary Flames today. And you know who's on the Calgary Flames? Oh yeah, that's right. It's Loui Domingue and Josh Leivo, eh? You know, these are some pretty good matchups to have, man. Have some pretty old, familiar faces over there in the opposite team. And we're going to go over there. We're going to see if we can play them, see if we can beat them, you know? And there's also Jacob Markstrom and Chris Tanev too. Ooh, my goodness. So, right away, before the NHL season even kicked off, there was an interview done with Jacob Markstrom on tsn.ca. The video was actually published on there. I'll leave a link in the description, where the headline kind of says it all. Markstrom says that he wants to win a lot of games against the Vancouver Canucks. And you know, that quote kind of got me feeling so upset inside. Not because I'm like, oh, what a bad person, but like, just because it's so, how do I even describe this, you know? Like, you kind of feel that unease hearing that from the guy that you put so much faith in the past. And obviously, I'm just getting super sentimental about hockey players that I love, because Jacob Markstrom, flame or not flame, he's still a very good goaltender that I put so much trust into as a fan of the Vancouver Canucks over the past few years, that just seeing this, where he's like, yeah, you know, I want to beat Vancouver as many times as we can. There was an interview done the other day also where he was like, yeah, I was with Vancouver for years and years, but all of a sudden I feel at home after a few weeks here in Calgary. It's certainly not the easiest piece of information to absorb, just from a feelings point of view. I get objectively he totally has to say that because, you know, he's the goalie of the Flames for the next few years, 6 years, my goodness. And he has to say stuff like that, right? But like, hopefully in about a year's time, we're going to be in a position where it's okay. And these kinds of comments don't irk me as much as they do. Here, for example, Chris Tanev, on the other hand, had pretty nice comments. And it's more digestible to me what Chris Tanev was talking about with the Vancouver Canucks, because they asked him on the interview, this was a video on Sportsnet's Twitter account, how is it going to be playing against the Canucks and all that? And he was like, yeah, you know, I love all those guys over there. I played for them for a long time, but I just want to win. And for some reason, when he says it like that, you know, I still love the guys over there. I spent so much of my life in Vancouver, but I still want to win. It rubs me nicer than what Markstrom was like, where he was like, yeah, I want to win so many games against Vancouver. I'm at home here in Calgary, baby. Like, I don't know, man. Is it just me? Is it really just me who feels sort of odd about that? Man, this is such a pointless video. This is totally why I said that these kinds of videos don't usually make it onto the channel, but regardless, the Vancouver Canucks are 1-1-0 at the moment. The Calgary Flames are 0-0-1. Against the Winnipeg Jets, they lost in overtime, where Jacob Markstrom gave up the game-winning goal because Patrik Laine is Patrik Laine. But he still had his moments. Markstrom, especially towards the end of the third, he was caught in the back end of his own zone, poking the puck over to the far side where there were Jets there, and they centered it. Markstrom was crazy out of position, and he had to fly over to the right with his glove extended to the left to make a great glove save. is lucky. Very lucky play right there. And that's kind of the play style that we have with Jacob Markstrom. Once in a while, he'll make a few saves where you're like, whoa, how the heck did he do that? Is that luck? I don't know. It's just how Jacob Markstrom plays, man. We've said it a whole bunch. Very jittery, very antsy, very active. He's always moving. He's always doing his thing. But we'll see how Jacob Markstrom continues the next parts of his NHL career as part of the Calgary Flames, because it's actually been noted a few times. This is what Chris Faber said on Twitter. The goaltending coach over there in Calgary is Jason LaBarbera, so that's what Jacob Markstrom is going over to. He went from Ian Clark, who is the Vancouver Canucks guy, who trained Thatcher Demko and who currently is training that Braden Holtby on our squad as well. And then you also have the Jason LaBarbera on the other side, who is a very good NHL veteran, I guess, but we'll see how things go in the next 6 years. We're going to have a long time to compare. As for the Canucks, though, we'll see what happens with that Loui Eriksson. We made the video yesterday talking about how he is back. He is on the team again after being activated from the taxi squad, and Justin Bailey was sent down in his place. It was a few sentiments on Twitter that I saw, especially from guys like Jeff Patterson, etc., who said that maybe this is just the gateway for Hoglander to be introduced into the top line position, because now that you have Loui Eriksson on your squad, you have a very nice little things kind of guy who's good defensively, who you can plop over there with the Horvat and Pearson line. All of a sudden, Hoglander goes up, and then you move Virtanen down to the third. We'll see how things go. If it's like that, then pats on the back to me, man. I'm a very big prophet. If it's not how it works, then we'll correct that in the post-game video. And believe me, I'll try to get a post-game video out there if there's actually stuff worth talking about, and if you know me and you know my love for the Vancouver Canucks, there probably will be. But obviously, it is only one game. We're going to see the Calgary Flames so many times this year, and Chris Tanev and Jacob Markstrom are hopefully going to be a part of the team in all of them. And I say it like that because Chris Tanev, man, this guy was so close to missing games in last year's regular season. It's just that the season paused up before he actually would have missed any games. So even though he is the most Iron Man-like player, I guess you could say, that he's ever been in his career, at the end of the day, it's still Chris Tanev. He's getting a little bit older. We'll see how things go down. I saw Flames fans yesterday, or 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, the Winnipeg game was 2 days ago. Oh my goodness. Talking about how he was actually really good. And I've been seeing a lot of very positive comments for both Tanev and Markstrom. Tanev playing a very nice poised, cool, calm, collected kind of game, finding some good outlet passes. And that's always been what Chris Tanev has done to a T. And then you have Jacob Markstrom making some good saves, making some unbelievable saves once in a while, but then just getting beat by Patrik Laine, because Patrik Laine is Patrik Laine. You can say that about a lot of players in the league, right? Thatcher Demko, Connor McDavid? Yeah, it's Connor McDavid. Come on, bro. So, I know people are going to ask for a score prediction, but I'm really not going to give a score prediction. Like, it's either going to be 5-0 or like 2-1. That's what it's going to be in my opinion. So, tell me in the comments what you think about this Calgary Canucks matchup over here. Join us on the channel in about 3.5 hours for a live stream. We're going to be talking about the Oilers and the Canadiens. We're going to be streaming for that game. Also, check out the channel after the Canucks game because we're going to do a post-game video too. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, let me know if this is actually something you want to see a little bit more of, because I already gave my reasons at the beginning as to why we don't usually do pre-game videos, but sometimes I just want to talk, and that's kind of my job nowadays, to make videos on this YouTube channel. And so if there's any kind of just rumbling ideas just cooking up in the brain over here, I'm just like, okay, turn on the microphone, let's go at it, let's make some content over here. So if you like this video, please let me know in the comments if you would actually appreciate more videos like these, because it gives me a lot more freedom, I guess, because I'm like, yeah, I can talk about that. So regardless, all that stuff, talk to me in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I already said that. And bye.